Alright, well here we have the Philco model 46-1201. This is the Bing Crosby model because he used to advertise this model back in the 40s. It doesn't come on. The wires are frayed, so I did plug it in. I'm going to plug it in right now to show you. The light does come on. The pilot light comes on, but nothing else. The tubes don't light up. I've looked at it real carefully and I can't see one tube light up, which means it's probably a tube. That's what I'm guessing. The guy that gave it to me, he left his card, as you can see on top of that thing. He said do what you want with it, and I'm probably going to keep it because this is a very unusual model. I've had one of these before and I sort of regret getting rid of it. And, the button itself there broke off just as I was turning it, so it's pretty brittle. It's got some issues, but I'll have to dig into it and find out what its problem is. I'll put his card aside, and at the end of this video I will send him the link to show him what we got. Alright, I just opened it up and this is definitely not good. I'm not sure if somebody tried to force it back in after they took it off. I don't see any of these lamps light up. So I don't know what's going on with that. The only thing that comes on is that light. So I guess we'll have to pull that puppy apart and find out. The speaker looks okay. Again, not sure why this is not turning at all. Alright, I gotta take it to the next step. Well, you know the motor didn't burn out. There's a switch underneath here. It's one of those mercury type switches. When you flip it one way, it turns on, and flip it the other. Let me show you. I don't know if I can show you right here. Let's go back here. See, that shuts it off. Try to turn it on here. On, off. Just a mercury switch. I just don't know what triggers it just yet. But at least I know that it is working. So that's a good thing. Let's go on to the next and find out why the radio is not turning on. Alright, I put the turntable back on. Everything seems to work. Put the record in and then close the door. As you can see, the turntable will turn on. The thing starts playing. But the cartridge is dead, so I have to put a new cartridge in there. Doesn't always shut off. Okay. So that's just a matter of cleaning and oiling and doing what I need to do. So that part is fixable. I'm just going to clean it up, oil it, lube it, do what I need to do. And then on this, I just finally found someone in Las Vegas that could check my tubes. I've replaced most of these capacitors except, I think this is an 0.05, and I've got 2.1s. I don't have those right now. So I did replace the electrolytic capacitors and the few that I did have. And then I went and checked the tubes and come to find out the one that sits here, which is over here now, is the 50A5, which is the beam power amplifier tube, is dead, totally dead. So I just ordered it from eBay. Once I get that, we can see if it'll fire up. If it does turn on, well, we're just going to go ahead and refinish that cabinet that's sitting over there underneath my welding mask. I'll just go ahead and refinish that puppy. Don't mind the mess. I got a big mess right here, right now. I'll put this thing back together. If it works, then we're going to start restoring the whole thing and take it from there. Alright? Alright, well, I just got this 50 A5 tube, and I'm hoping that this was the problem. I had the tubes checked by a guy in Las Vegas, and this one was dead, which I suspected because it is the beam power amplifier tube, but there was absolutely nothing on it. So we're going to turn it on here for the first time and see what it does. I'm going to plug it in. It's off now. You got to remember there's no antenna. I'll have to touch these wires to get some reception maybe. So make sure all the wires are not touching each other. This is the phono input. These are speakers. I got the old speakers sitting there. And these are the old lamps. I might replace that one lamp here. I got a 6 watt instead of 7 watt. And then I got this. I'll show you real quick. As you might already know, these are always like this on these Bing Crosby type radios. It just burns right through this plastic. So I went and got this over at Goodwill for 50 cents. So I'm just going to cut it to size and install it in front when I get done here. But let's see, let's plug it in. Hold on a second here. Alright, it's off. I don't think it should come on. Alright. Hopefully it doesn't blow. With these, I haven't tried it since I put the new capacitors in there. I still have to replace this one and some underneath. So let's see what it does. Please, come on, please. Please. Give me something. Yep, there it goes. It's a very good sign. Again, no antenna.
The report I read said a non-displaced fracture, wrist, and of course, comprised of 3+ bones, depending on where you're talking about on that corner where it looks like he took the.
All right, I'm happy.
Multiple bones.
Because
it's hard to say exactly where he hurt it or what was injured, but
the radio turns on. Very good sign. All right, well, that's my test for the minute until I get things, until I move forward and do other things to it. I still have to change other capacitors and put the antenna back on to see how it actually does work. All right, thanks. All right, so I changed my mind. I decided to go ahead and solder the antenna on there just to see if we can get a better, more reception. Let's see what she does. Hopefully we'll get more channels than just a couple.
My kids want to go to surf camp, so we'll see what happens. Surf camp? That sounds like fun.
It's pretty strong.
In Oakland.
Oh yeah.
For the government.
Much
and then
better.
They report any financial behavior deemed suspicious or unusual.
Authors call Page Publishing now for
Service? Well, we did. And I don't think that was
It's very strong.
Oh, you gotta let me into
Yeah, I like it.
yeah, cover up, guy. Okay.
long ago from Lake Mead down to Charleston, 15 northbound from Spring Mountain to Charleston, and 95 southbound.
By reading the emergencias. You know, DJ mentioned this last.
It's going to be a good radio.
Incidents include 215 westbound near Decatur. We also have an accident on Rancho at Alta. Call now for a free energy consultation and start saving on your electric bill today with Universal Solar Direct.
I like it.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. You never.
Maybe still got them. I don't disagree
I'm
with
in
that.
the process of sanding the sides and the front, and I'm halfway there. So I'll put this in high speed so you don't have to watch the whole thing. Okay, I hit it with 80, and I'll probably hit it with 120 or higher grit. I'll do the same here. I started it, get it all back to the wood, and then I'll probably prime the sides and the top, and then paint it the same color or close to it, and then this will be the natural wood color, and I'll probably just stain this and the door. So that's where we're at. All right, having it sanded down like I wanted. Now this is high gloss, but I think I'll do a semi-gloss when I get all done. I'll just spray it with some semi-gloss clear. Now I'm ready to stain. I'm going to stain these parts and this thing here, which is the door that goes in front. So I'll stain all of this, and then we'll get back to the next video. Alright, well, I've got this thing all cleaned up, ready to go, ready for the record player and radio. I've got to work on the speaker grill. So let's go on to the next step. Okay, now I've got this thing all cleaned up and had to paint this thing because it was so nasty. The stains just wouldn't go away, even though I wire brushed it and used some steel wool and everything else. But anyway, the base is ready to go. I painted this a different color, and I've got to add the cartridge to it, put it all back together, and then see if it all works, because I just got the new cartridge in the mail yesterday. So today I'm going to install that and then see if we can listen to a record. Alright, well, here's the initial test. There's a little humming here only because I'm using alligator clips right back to the phono part of it, but that should go away once I connect it directly. You hear a little humming there. But let's try this and see what happens. Alright, here we go. I use this new cartridge, P51-2. You can get them for $15 on the internet.
Said the curly peekaboo to his girly peekaboo. Let's be gay, please stay. Woof, woof.
I like it. Alright, let's take it to the next step. Alright, well, my next step is to get the speaker grill on this surface. So I'm just going to lightly sand this, clean it up a little bit, paint it flat black, spray it with some glue, and then lay this on top and cut it to size. And then we'll take it from there. Alright. Alright, so here it is. Got a record in here. I'm going to turn it on in a minute here.
Rosy Green was a village queen who enlisted as a nurse. She waited for a chance and left for friends with an ambulance. Rosy Green was a chap named.
Then you can turn on the radio, but you gotta go through the other side.
Sorry, the season isn't completely over yet, but yeah. Number 2 is experience. They've a big ass.
Cheering hard for Mike Smith after the pod. Justify.
Let's see, there's Cloudbreak, Kendall Jackson, Santa Margarita, Whispering Angel, Buttercream, Naomi. Best thing is, you can get them all.
We had to cross the railroad tracks. and there was the thing blocking off the railroad tracks was down, and all the lights were flashing, but there was no train, no train, no train, no train, no train, no train. And I mean, we had this huge long line of traffic. Well, we finally understood this thing must be stuck because people are turning around in droves going back the other way. So we had to turn around, take a different route. Well, now I'm thinking we're going to be late.
All right.
Well, there's...
All right, well, thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe and like and comment and do what you need to do. Thanks.